Shane from the Umbilical Brothers. Last time I talked to you, I think you were in Poland or some country with a terrible phone line. You had to sit completely still because if you moved, the phone wire just ended the conversation. This leads me to my first question. Where are you now?
I'm actually back in Australia with slightly better phone connections. So I should be fine. I'll just move now. Yes,
it works.
I'm still there.
Great.
Oh, great. Great. Yeah, I remember that conversation, actually. That was bizarre. I had my head just like less than a meter from my bed and I couldn't move it, you know. It was weird.
Better in Australia then.
Yeah, slightly better.
So you're home.
There are Polish people here, though.
Oh,
yes,
they are. How many days can you spend at home in a year? You are on the move a lot.
Yeah. The majority of the year is on tour, but I've been lucky. I've had this month has kind of been a break. So I've been at home and it's autumn and the autumn colours are coming out. It's just so beautiful. It's really good to be at home now, but I do get itchy feet if I'm at home for too long.
What do you do when you are home?
Oh, normal stuff like cutting stuff in the garden, mowing the lawn, taking the dog for a walk, cleaning, trying to write stuff, which can be, it's very, you can get really lazy when you're at home and you're trying to write new stuff because there's just so much. I think I'll just watch a DVD that I've wanted to watch that DVD for years now. This is the perfect time instead of writing.
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Well, here it's summer waiting for us. The snow is slowly disappearing, and about dogs, we got a lot of dog poo shows up after when the things that hide in snow.
Yeah, we were in Berlin last year during their biggest snow for 30 years, and you could see bicycles half buried in the snow. I remember walking down the street. There was a mattress with a car parked on top of it because it was in the snow, and God knows what else appeared. Yeah, a lot more than dog poo, I'd say.
But it showed up later when the snow disappeared.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my God, we've discovered an entire civilization that's been trapped during the winter.
But you have free time now. But when are your next tour date?
Next tour date is actually just before you guys.
Okay.
We're doing a New Zealand Comedy Festival before you guys, and we're also going to Spain just before coming to you guys. So New Zealand and Spain over the next month or so, and then we head to you.
To Sweden, at last.
To Sweden, fantastic. I love you guys because you seem to get all the little jokes in the shows. Just attitudes and stuff like that. I don't know, I can't explain it, but just the little jokes you get that other people don't necessarily get. I'm not sure why that is.
We are really smart up here. It's
that
just
could
that simple.
Be it. Or as stupid as I am.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
It could be that way too.
It could be one direction or the other.
It doesn't matter. Last time you were here, it was with the Heaven by Storm show. What's different with this new one? Don't explain.
This is actually the first show that we brought to Sweden, but we didn't bring it all the way around Sweden. I don't think we brought it to you guys. So not enough people have seen this show, and we wanted to bring it back. We've brought 3 shows to Sweden now. Yeah, Heaven by Storm was the last one. And we have another one after this that we'd like to bring to you guys. But this one we can fool around a lot with, so I think you're going to like it. Basically, the idea is that whoever controls the microphone controls the universe or the world of the show. So if you have the microphone, you make the noises and you make stuff happen. So for most of the show, I'm kind of in control because there's only one microphone. That's the premise.
I think you enjoy it, I guess.
Yeah, there's a slight sadistic pleasure, I have to say. I can make stuff happen to David, and he's got to go along with it. But he will fight for his right to the mic.
Okay.
Fight for your right to the mic.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
I read on your page that you used to do children's show too on Nickelodeon.
We made 13 half-hour episodes of a series called The Upside Down Show, and it really, the Sesame Street people in America came to us. They saw us doing a show in New York, and they said, "Hey, you guys make a great show for kids. Can you do that with us?" So we created it with them, and we respect Sesame Street, and I used to watch it a long time ago, and it had some weird stuff. I remember Sesame Street had stuff that was just weird for its own sake, and I appreciate that. So we worked with them and their writers, and we generated all these ideas, and it came out nicely. And we made that several years ago, and they just keep repeating it. But there's only 13 episodes, so a lot of people think we're kids entertainers because they just see these shows over and over. But it's been good.
How do you guys come up with all your ideas? You have a lot of them.
I think it's keeping in that childlike mindset, actually, where your ideas can go in any direction. And it's often on tour that we come up with stuff because we're still, after a show, we're still in that playful headspace. So we're tossing ideas around, and even, you're just kicking back in a hotel room after the show, and you just see something on TV and you just make a joke about it, and then the other guy extends that joke and it gets more ridiculous, and you go, "Hey, that's good. Let's write that down." That kind of thing. It can come anywhere. Just got to keep your mind open, and that's the one thing about stand-up comedians or comedians generally. Part of their mind is always on duty, always looking for the funny, always looking for...
In the ordinary life.
Yeah, that's right. What is bizarre about being ordinary? There's always some part of your brain looking for that. I think I'm the only one who has gone into comedy of my group from school, but I don't know why that is. I'm lucky.
You're the funniest of them all.
Yes, that's probably it.
Yeah,
I am the funniest person who ever went to my school in my group. Yeah.
Well, Shane, what would you like to say to the people in Sundsvall and Härnösand, which is the town your show is putting up in June?
Yay! I think it'll be worth it, possibly because one of us may be injured and you'll be there to see it. That's always a possibility. But it's just a fun... What it is a game that we play with you as the audience. So it's a kids' show for grown-ups. So if you want your inner child tickled and played with in a nice way, then come and see us.
Sounds great, Shane. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. As I said, the Swedish audience gets stuff, and I appreciate that, because sometimes, we were in the US recently, and they're a really good audience, but they just don't get all the little details, like the little attitude things. They don't quite get that we're making fun of what we do, for example. Equally, there's, I guess, everywhere. There are just people who just can't step outside of themselves and see how ridiculous they are.
Yeah, we are ridiculous every day here. That's
what
we do best.
I like it. You people are ridiculous, and I love you.
Totally. Shane, great talking to you. I have fun and enjoy your vacation while it lasts.
Thank you very much, and good talking to you again.
Yeah, and see you in June.
Great, see ya.